So here we have first up the 6.6 foot the Black Heart animatronic. So Ava should have been married in her old-fashioned village. She was already considered a spinster by the age of 25. Her friends had all found love, and she ached to be next. As the sun set on another lovely evening, Ava succumbed to her last resort. According to local lore, if she climbed into a freshly dug grave in the town cemetery at exactly midnight, her true love would show up at sunrise and revive her with a kiss. When Ava awoke the following morning, her lips pressed against a cold, dead kiss of her undead master, she learned the true meaning of being careful about what you will wish for. So the Black Heart is probably, it's going to be about this girl, Ava. She's probably going to be maybe a Victorian girl, like a Victorian zombie or something. That's my guess. I'm not exactly sure. But my guess is going to be a Victorian zombie. But she is the first animatronic on the sneak peeks. So she may be the first sneak peek that we actually get. So that is the Black Heart animatronic. So here we have the 3.9 foot Cauldroness animatronic. And her description states, "Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. The Cauldroness has been alive since the original witch's Sabbath, creaking across the earth for hundreds of years. Fueled by her wicked potion, she meticulously gathers the ingredients, scouring for the earth for its rare and delicate ingredients. But the one she needs the most isn't found at a local cemetery. It's only found pumping inside your chest, and the fresher it is, the better for the Cauldroness. So you best keep your kids close and your eyes open if you hear her muttering her recipe." So this is definitely going to be a witch, 100%. A short witch, because it is 3 foot, almost 4 foot, but still 3 foot. And it's maybe gonna have, I don't know, maybe it might be a little bit much for Spirit Halloween nowadays, but maybe kids for eating a kid or something, or at least holding bloody hearts or something. So this one I'm pretty excited for. This is the second animatronic listed. So we might get the sneak peek coming soon. Here we have the 5 foot creepy rising doll animatronic. This animatronic did come back out in 2015, and it's cool to have this one back because I know a lot of people love it, and I did not get the 2015 version, so I hope to get this 2023 version. Unfortunately, sadly, it's online only. It might just be up until hopefully Spirit opens in July. But it does say online only. Anyway, here is her description. "No one wanted to play house, dollies, or even hide and seek with her at Mrs. Burwood's home for wayward girls. She waited and waited, asking everyone with her sweet voice to join her for a game. But they all scurried away. The longer she stood there asking, the faster they ran away. Now anyone curious enough to pity the poor girl for a game ends up playing their final turn." So this is the 5 foot creepy rising doll animatronic. I believe it starts out at 5 foot and starts growing. That's what the 2015 version did, and I'm excited to see her come back. And here we have our first clown animatronic for 2023. It is the 4.9 foot Dagger Mike animatronic. Some kids are just born nasty. Dagger Mike was never a normal kid. He liked rats, bugs, knives, creepy clowns, and scaring the heck out of everyone in the neighborhood. Then, when he turned 9, he started to get creative, employing elaborate traps to trick the local kids and send them running home. However, the locals caught on quickly and tried to put an end to Mike's games. So instead, he opted out for something simpler, a cute clown outfit and 2 little daggers. Now there are no more tricks, so when you see Mike, you better steer clear or be ready for your final surprise. So this is probably going to be a maybe undead, creepy clown kid animatronic, which sounds pretty cool, and he's definitely gonna have like knives and everything, so this sounds pretty neat. Definitely excited to see what Dagger Mike says and what Dagger Mike looks like. Here we have the 7-foot Darling Dolly animatronic. In the early 1930s, little Sally Smith found a darling dolly buried in the backyard of her family's new home. The Smiths hesitated to keep the doll, but it was too late. Sally had already become infatuated. Weird things started happening around the house. Miss Smith blamed Darling Dolly. One night, in a panic during a terrible thunderstorm, Miss Smith buried Darling Dolly in the same spot little Sally had unearthed her. But when the lightning struck Miss Smith's steel shovel, Dolly's grave lit up with an eerie blue glow. The doll and Miss Smith were changed forever into something far more sinister. Sally swore it was a nightmare, but her father knew his wife was gone forever, and Darling Dolly will be back to claim her next victims. This one seems really cool because it's 7 foot, so I'm believing that the doll and Miss Smith kind of like, it's like a doll and a human mixed into one, kind of like a cyborg with a doll. That seems pretty cool. I'm really excited to see what Darling Dolly is. Is it going to be this Miss Smith being attacked by a doll, or is it going to be this huge, giant, creature-like doll thing? So we're gonna see. That's Darling Dolly. And another animatronic is the 7.3-foot Deathstalker animatronic. He is online only. So I read the description. It sounds like he's gonna be a huge, like, monster, but sadly he is online only. The Deathstalker is scratching at your window. He is growling beneath the floorboards, and there's a thing hiding under your bed. The Deathstalker is Shadow, hiding beneath the abandoned doll factory. He's clawing his way up the basement stairs, scuttling around the attic, and breathing down the back of your neck while you wait alone, late night at the bus stop. But most of all, the Deathstalker is hungry. He's ravenous, starving, and salivating all over your bones. The Deathstalker smells your fears and turns them into a living nightmare before he devours what's left of your mind as a midnight snack. Yum. So it sounds like he's going to be a huge, like, 7-foot monster werewolf thing. And it sounds horrifying, but sadly he is online only. I hope he will make an appearance in stores sometimes, even if he's going to be online only. I know some stores have online only animatronics sometimes. So this is the Deathstalker, and this one seems really exciting. We have the 6-foot Desmondus animatronic. Some are just born mean. The bloodthirsty bat was born deep in the cave of the rainforest, emerging after years of gorging an unsuspecting forest dwellers. As his hunger grew, so did his size. His appetite is insatiable, so he spends nights stalking all manner of victims to drain them of their precious blood. You'd be wrong if you think you're safe, just because you walk upright. Humans are his favorite meal. So Desmondus is definitely gonna be some probably 6-foot, like, huge vampire bat, towering vampire bat. I hope he has these giant fangs. It looks really cool. His wings probably gonna move. So yeah, Spear hasn't made that many vampire animatronics, so I hope they surprise us with this one. Next we have the 3-foot Eternal Rest animatronic. Everyone said their love was doomed. Her parents barred her from seeing him. Her brothers locked her in his room at night after night, and her sisters tried everything, including hiding her away at the local nunnery. But nothing kept her from his arms, not even death. When her love turned up dead, mysteriously murdered one cold night in October, she vowed to never leave his side. Now she weeps for eternity, turned to stone by his hardened grip. His final revenge from beyond this world. Now this one is definitely probably going to be my idea for this one is this lady. She's gonna be crying at his tombstone on the floor, maybe. That sounds pretty cool. I like that one. I really like that one. So that's why my idea is that, because there's only 3 foot, or it could jump up or something. I don't know. So we have to wait. So this has been the Eternal Rest animatronic. Okay, so here we have the 3 foot Grave Watcher animatronic. The Grave Watcher is eternal, keeping a tormented vigil over the dead. Is their punishment for past sins against the underworld that even the devil himself can't speak of. So now the Grave Watcher waits endlessly for their own demise, forced to lull the dead to sleep after a night listening to the unholy moaning of thousands of corpses, taunting them while the Grave Watcher begs to feel the icy grip of death for one final slumber. Now I believe this is there was a 3 foot Grave Watcher animatronic. I think back in 2013, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is a remake from the animatronic, so I'm excited to see the Grave Watcher come back, and it's in stores because it doesn't say online only. This is the 6 foot Heckles animatronic. So Heckles was one of the best comedians on the Borscht Belt circuit, cutting down all contenders with his quick wit and razor-sharp insults until one night, a little too full of himself and line, Heckles took on a new comedian, who reduced him to shreds, now with no confidence left, and laughed out of the bits. He hustles balloons for a few bucks. Unfortunately, the kids and their parents don't know that he fills the balloons with poisonous gas. Anything to get one last laugh. Now, Heckles, I believe it sounds like a comedian or a clown gone mad. This one sounds really cool. Hope he has like balloons in his hands and everything. So I'm excited to see what Heckles looks like and what Heckles has to say. This is the 4.9 foot Hellspawn animatronic. Even the devil needs a hand. After a life of sin, lies, and deceit, a world of endless pain and suffering was the inevitable outcome for his life. Ever the scammer and con artist, he managed to strike a deal with the devil, now reborn as the powerful demon Hellspawn. He sits at the right hand of Satan himself. Every night, Hellspawn emerges from the inferno to cheat and convince new souls to do the devil's bidding, resist his temptations, or suffer greatly as he drags you to hell. This one seems really creepy. This one's probably like the Devil's Apprentice. This one seems really creepy, and another 4.9 foot, so he's probably going to sit on something. That would be pretty neat. So I'm excited to see what Hellspawn has to do. This one I'm really excited for, because it is a 6 foot Leatherface Pretty Woman mask animatronic from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. This movie is always my favorites. I love the original. I know a lot of people like the remake better, but I like the original. But I'm really excited for this one. So here's the description. Once you hear the revving of Leatherface's chainsaw this Halloween, you'll know it's already too late to run, and you'll soon become his next victim. Make this officially licensed Leatherface Pretty Woman animatronic a part of your Halloween display, and you'll always be showing your fandom for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. With his brute strength and bone-chilling screams of rage, this cannibalistic serial killer is sure to give your friends and family a fright. You'll never know what kind of mood he'll be into next, until you get a good look at his horrifying face. This one's gonna be really fun, because I hope his chainsaw moves and he swings it around like at the ending of the movie. So this one I'm pretty excited for. And let's see what's next. This one is the 4.2 foot Poor George animatronic. George was a good clown. He made the kids laugh and the parents smile, and kept the circus happy. And a strange thing happened on Halloween. George was performing for tips in the street while the circus was on a winter break. An out-of-control cable car careened over the corner and sliced him in half. Amazingly, George's body survived the accident, but his mind became tormented. Instead of jokes and gags, he now stares down past pacifiers laughing maniacally. But they better not stay too long because poor George will ensure they don't get very far. So this one may be like a torso kind of deal, I'm guessing. So I'm excited to see what poor George is, because a severed clown animatronic sounds horrifying. This one is probably, hopefully, my favorite this year. Hope he comes out really good. The 7.2 foot slim animatronic from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. If you happen to see any giant shadow puppets this Halloween, look out, because it can only mean one thing. The Killer Clowns from Outer Space are back and are ready to cause some wacky mayhem this holiday. Turn your Halloween display into a Killer Clown circus this Halloween with officially licensed Slim animatronic. As one of the most prominent clowns from the film, Slim is not to be taken lightly. With his signature bright pink clown jumpsuit, head of orange hair with mini balloons, and a sinister smile, Slim is always on the hunt for any helpless humans he can capture and feed to his crew. Equipped with his green popcorn bag he has in the film, get too close and you might get shrunk and end up being in the Killer Clown's next tasty snack. This one's going to be huge. It's going to be really tall, and he's going to have that Killer Clown popcorn bag. Something might jump out of it. This is going to be really cool. So I'm really excited for this one. Alright, the last animatronic we got here right now is the 7.9 foot Stilts animatronic. Juggling can be a cutthroat competition, and Stilts would do anything to be permanent, to be the best in business, even if it means knocking out the competition permanently. He was sure his 10-pin juggling act would impress the judges, but when he lost to a chainsaw tossing lumberjack, he couldn't handle it, so Stilts used his 10 pins and took out the competition permanently. Now he stalks the city streets, begging to impress unsuspecting onlookers with his act, but they better cheer loud enough. Otherwise, it's the last show they will ever see. This one I'm also really excited for. I'm just imagining like how tall Crouchy is. A 7.9, almost 8 foot clown towering over on these giant stilts with pins, juggling pins. That would be really cool. I would like to see how Spirit pulls this off. That's all for now. I'll see you guys next time, and we'll see what Spirit has to offer with these pretty cool animatronics. I'm excited to see what they have to say, what they have to do, and what they look like in general. So, that's it for today, guys. See you next time. Bye.